So I was debating on what I wanted to talk about this week and finally decided that I wanted to talk about Danny Phantom. I love this show. Now, I'm someone who likes darker content. On YouTube, I follow a lot of creepypasta narrators, and some of my favorite episodes of shows are those that are a little bit darker than the rest. So Danny Phantom was a great show for me. It could be darker since the villains were ghosts, and it wasn't too dark as to make it a young adult or adult show. Now, I won't be talking about my favorite episodes today, but I did want to talk about one of the two-part episodes of Danny Phantom. So let's talk about Reality Trip. So our episode starts with Danny oversleeping on the last day of school, and he flies off to make it to school on time. He flies by the Amity Park prison where we see an older villain, Freak Show, being approached by the guys in white. They want information on the reality gauntlet in hopes to permanently destroy all ghosts. Then Freak Show steals the gauntlet and escapes. So after the intro, we cut to the end of the school day and see Danny and friends talking about their plans for summer. We see Jazz, who is writing a summer thesis on ghost envy, and Sam asks how Danny convinced her parents to let her go with them on summer vacation.
You know, I think the Fentons are wonderful. Sam should take a cross-country trip with them. And I agree with you. Let's never speak of this again. Let's just say I finally got under their skin.
Ghosts appear and start terrorizing the school. Two of them kidnap Sam and Tucker and take them to Freak Show.
Had a nice few months while I was rotting in jail because of you?
Actually, yeah. I've been working on my aim.
So Freak Show creates some minions before running off. Then Danny takes Sam and Tucker back to the school where they wait for a end of school year concert. Freak Show appears and starts wreaking more havoc, and Danny starts fighting him. I want to say that this special will create some really good monster designs, and later on we get some clever and funny jokes as well. Sam, Tucker, and Danny grab a hold of the gauntlets, and they activate the defense mechanism to hide 3 of the gems. Freak Show then flees, and Danny crashes to the ground right before he reverts back to his human form on live TV. We also see all of the parents start bickering.
Found out your son was a ghost!
Your spooky, ooky bat daughter has to be behind this!
It's okay to point fingers as long as nobody's pointing them at my son.
So the guys in white try to capture Danny, who flees. Their classmates help them hide from the guys in white, and they make their way to Danny's house. Danny's house has been invaded by more of the guys in white, and Danny defeats them with his security system. They then escape through the Phantom Ops Center and fly away. Freak Show contacts them to get the gems for the reality gauntlet and shows them that he has kidnapped their families. Now they have 3 days to get the gems to save their families, and they start at Cape Canaveral, Florida with the Gem of Life. The gem has brought Rocket to life that Danny has to fight. He grabs the gem and maneuvers the rocket so no one gets hurt right before the guys in white blows up their jet. Of course, his friends survive and they make their escape on ATVs. They start making their way to Gothapalooza, and we see the parents once again. Danny's parents are wondering why he kept his ghost half a secret, and we get this moment with Jazz.
Hey, Maddie, let's destroy the ghost.
No, Jack, let's dissect the ghost.
Freak Show shows up to taunt them, and Jazz starts psychoanalyzing him. Danny and friends get to Gothapalooza, where they find the gem immediately after Sam kills some of the goths. Danny fixes everything, and the government shows up once again. Of course, they escape and hide in a truck that is trying to find them. Freak Show and Jazz talk and find out they can both sympathize with each other. The next day, our trio is on their way to the convention where everyone is dressed as Danny and Sam. 3 nerds find the gem of fantasy and become villains from various comics. If I had done anything different here, I would have made all of these characters villains from the Fairly Odd Parents Crimson Chin comics. Would have been a cool Easter egg. We get a fight and Danny obtains the gem. Freak Show's minion then shows up to take the team back to Freak Show. Freak Show then gets all the gems and backstabs Danny by putting everyone else on a roller coaster of death. Danny tries to save his family but is turned to gelatin by Freak Show and gets hit by the coaster. He then reforms and protects his family. Jazz then tells Danny Freak Show's weakness, and Danny starts tricking Freak Show.
No matter what you do, I'm half ghost, and you're not. Can you do this? Ghost powers, ghost energy, ghost.
Freak Show turns himself into a ghost and Danny captures him in the Phantom Thermos. Danny then uses the reality gauntlet to save everyone and uses the gauntlet to return everything to normal. He then organizes his parents accept him as he is, and Danny uses the gauntlet one last time to erase everyone's memories of him being Danny Phantom. Danny then returns Freak Show to the guys in white and destroys the gauntlet. So this is a fun road trip episode, and seeing how the world reacts to finding out who Danny is was quite enjoyable. While not my favorite 2-part episode of the 4, I can say that this was a good way to spend an hour, and I would give the episode an 8 out of 10. The animation was nice and fluid, the action was fun if a little short, and the humor was spot on. Hey guys, just a quick reminder, if you want to support this channel, the best way is to subscribe and like the video. Also, if you want to see me review something, leave your suggestions in the comments below, and if you want to see each episode early, I have a Patreon, and it's only $1 a month to get everything early. Thanks for watching.